Good morning. This is Reb Pam Geagan from the Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley in Camarillo, California, with our Ascension meditations. And I just want to clarify why I'm doing these Ascension meditations. Ever since I was a child, I believed that I just knew I came in, whether it's your truth or whatever truth it was, my truth was that I knew that I had been here before. I had been probably many places before, but as a child, you can't wrap your mind around all of that. And what I also learned in all of this is that when we are um, in this ascension process, what happens is that you know that when you raise your vibration, that vibration absolutely raises your consciousness, awakens you to more good in the world, awakens you to your more connectedness in the world. So during these meditations, I'm trying to raise the vibration of not only myself, but send out that vibration around the world to raise the consciousness in all of these different dimensions. And I've said before that all of the different spiritual dimensions, some say there's seven, some say there's millions. Whatever you believe or don't believe, what I do know is in this circle of life, and the one factor that you'll find throughout all life is that image of the spiral. And so as we come around, we absolutely evolve, not upward, we go out and we bring in all the information and we go higher in that spiral. I believe that in this time where everything is happening so rapidly, long ago they predicted this would happen in the 26,000 year happens every 26,000 years that they know of, where we go through the Milky Way. And going through this Milky Way galaxy, like at the center of it, everything accelerates. So, what is accelerating is not only our awakening and awareness, but also that energetic vibration that that cleanses out any negativity that is holding not only us back, but the planet back. And remember, in this web of life, we're all connected. And I always say, if you don't think you're connected, a little animal in China is now affecting the world. And so we are responsible for ourselves, but not only that, taking care of ourselves are not only the physical, the mental, the emotional, and especially the spiritual. There are no dimensions in the spiritual. It's all here together. So I'm going to start by just relaxing in. We're just going to relax in and good. Just take our energy wands and feel that energy, that higher energy coming right down through the crown chakra and through the middle brow, getting rid of that bacon brow, as I say, the bacon row, and then going down to the jaws, relaxing the jaws, relaxing the throat, going down and relaxing the shoulders, the upper arms, wrapping around, relaxing the neck, vertebrae by vertebrae, going down, relaxing, coming around the heart and the heart chakra, that beautiful heart chakra. I always say I see it opening like that lotus operating in and through and as us. And then coming down and wrapping around the back, going back up the arms, relaxing the upper arms. Feel that energy, feel it tingling all the way through the elbows, the lower arms, the wrists, the hands. You can feel that energy coming right your hands sometimes, that tingling coming right out your hands. And as we go through this ascension process, being in the flow, being in the Tao is so important. Nothing's ever the change. Nothing ever is the same. Things always change. Nothing changes but the changes, Slick, as I always say. So we are always in change, but this accelerated moment where there's COVID, where there's divisiveness, it seems like, where there is people yearning to be free, no matter what they call that, and where even our government now A lot of the people, not only at the highest, the first family, but all those they've been associated with, are now testing positive. And so in this meditation, we do prayers for not only ourselves and the planet, but especially right now the first family and all those worldwide who've been afflicted by this incredible virus that awakens us to the greater possibilities of protecting our planet and being on this planet. So now that energy comes right back up the arms, down the back, relaxing the back, wrapping around the solar plexus underneath the heart, the beautiful yellow gold solar plexus, going down below the heart, into those solar plexus, and then down beneath the belly button, that beautiful orange chakra, the sacral chakra, and then going down, 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 down to the root chakra, the bright red chakra, but cleansing and lifting and just relaxing in down the thighs, the knees, the calves, that energy going right down, because this is important. Down, down, down. Down the ankles, down the feet, all the way down, down, down to the Middle Earth. And in that Middle Earth, we see that light anchoring with something going down, down, and the Middle Earth can look like whatever you want. And there can be guides down there, or a guide, a spiritual being, someone who's crossed over into that, made their transition into that next dimension, the fourth, fifth, and sixth, and seventh dimensions. I call them angels that are watching out after each and every one of us. You can even ask to have someone revealed to hold that beautiful cord of light during this. But it is anchored now because we are in this third dimensional body, and we are here to learn all of the lessons of the density of that third dimension. And as I've said before, many of us are already in the fourth and fifth dimensions. And so as we go down, 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 down into that Middle Earth, then we come right back up. The energy comes right back up, filling us, the feet, the ankles, the calves, the knees, the thighs, wrapping around, coming all the way up, relaxing all of the chakras, just surging through the body and coming right up, back up to the crown chakra, coming right back up to the crown chakra, and then just surrounding us. I say the east, the west, the high, the low, the north, the south of it. It's all, I'm sure that's Dr. Seuss, but surrounding us all and connecting us with all of life. And as you relax in, you may even see yourself being connected in a greater way. You may see that the aura that is around us is expanding ever outward and connecting with the all of it. And so in this ascension period, I'll not only be talking about ascension and what that means and all of the different dimensions, although there are no clear black and white lines to them, but I'll be offering ways that we can be part of the ascension, go with the flow, awaken to it and its joy that it's bringing us, releasing all that no longer serves us, and embracing all of the new good as we awaken and open up to that which has been and will always be. We're just in that circle. And so just a little bit of information that all the spiritual dimensions of reality start out somewhat congruent with those of physics, and then they quickly go off in different directions. And the ones we're most familiar with are Earth, the physicality, and that's our waking consciousness, our third dimension. And again, these lines are not clear cut. We flow in and out of them all of the time. And that's our third dimensional reality, is this body. And when we're awake, and then our dreams go into that fourth dimension. And some of those fourth dimension experiences can be through meditation and hypnosis, feeling at one with nature along with other modalities. So my understanding of the dimensions that govern what generally can be expressed by any individual soul or consciousness, it depends upon where our focus is. And again, there are no hard boundaries. And so as we are being put in a position not to even gradually open up to these right now, all of that energy in all of the dimensions I feel is crashing into the third and fourth dimensions. And so we are on the supersonic speed going from all of the dimensions. And that's when we get more complicated because they're all existing at the same time. And that vibration is occupying the same space. And yet all the different frequencies of energy are vibrating at different vibrational outcomes. So an example is we'll have a dream, and that dream actually is um, it is revealing. It's almost like it's a revealing of the future, and all of a sudden that dream becomes the reality. So the waking reality and the dream reality become the one reality. And that part of that also is knowing who's going to call and what someone's thinking when you're with them. So all of our inner senses are absolutely going into that highest vibration and tuning into and using not only the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth dimensions all at once. And the good of all this is in our third dimensional existence, we normally direct experiences in only a false, very small fraction of the full range of all the frequencies that surround us at all time. And the third dimension, which is dense and heavy and rigid, are described as the lower vibrations and energies. But the higher dimensions are the ones that are changing us in as being light and transparent with flexibility and higher frequencies. And in that higher frequency is where the healing and the opening and the expanding and the awaken is. And this circle of all of life in all of the dimensions, you feel that sense that you are eternal. You know that which we have been saying all along, all the sages throughout the ages have been saying all along, that we are eternal, immortal in this thing called life. And that the lowest and the highest dimensions create this loop of which we are. And so when instead of thinking even dimensions, when we think density instead of dimension, it emphasizes the specific frequency that is being or an object is generating or displaying itself in and through and as us at any time. So I want you to just relax in and embrace this new vibration that is in the planet, waiting for us to waken to it, so that we stop rowing upstream and we go with the flow of all the changes in that dream state of having that world that works for everyone. And our wonderful Dr. Sue Rubin yesterday mentioned the World Kitchen, and I forget his name, but this man who was a chef now goes worldwide in disasters and sets up what he calls the World Kitchen because it has no base, it only goes where is needed and serves millions of those who are in need in disasters. And so just like that vision and having everybody jump on board to make that happen, we have that ability to see beyond the density of feeling confined or anything else, and going into that expansive consciousness that knows what it is ours to do and how we should do it. Is revealing in and through and as we open up to the greatest possibilities. And I don't care what age you are, race you are, sex you are, whatever it is, it's opening up in and through and as us and helping us awaken to how we show up in a greater way. So just relax in, just in the quiet here, concentrating on the breath. We're going to connect now on the in-breath with God is. That is what I think, it's what I call that highest dimension source. And all points lead the source in that oneness, the everythingness and the nothingness, and the ecstatic nirvana that resides there, the love that pours in and through and as us. So on the in-breath, God is, and on the out-breath, I am. And then two more silently. And in this one dimension, we take those two other breaths. The first dimension and the last dimension in this spiral of life. All that is, the thing itself, source, divine spirituality, Atman, Brahman, the I Am presence, the quantum field, whatever you call it, God, Buddha, Krishna, is waiting for us to open up to it. Relaxing, breathing in all of this information. So I will now be doing affirmations. I am with the highest ideals in mind, knowing that that highest ideal is fueled by the passion and love of the thing itself in this quantum field, whatever you want to call it, love, God, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna. I am awakening to the awareness that I am operating not in a dense dimension only, the third dimension, but seeing life wherever I go. And my intention and practice is to shift my awareness to the openness of life beyond what I have experienced in the past. I see my third dimensional human life differently than I used to. I see the energy around all living things, around leaves, trees, people. And I see that energetic substance that I am in that next dimension and all the dimensions melding like that web of life with the other energetic entities that I come across. And I will know that I am shifting because the human physical body, which my soul resides in, that is infinitely intelligent and fully capable of shifting dimensions, people are recognizing it. And each dimension is like an entire new universe into itself, ever expanding and vast. And so I know when I spend time in nature, I spend time in the quiet, wherever it is in these quiet moments, I am intentionally opening up and crossing all the dimensions, which helps me and enables me to be more part of all of it, the north and the south, the up, the down, the highs, the lows, the ins, the outs, the north, the south, the east, the west of it. I am all of it. And to reaffirm that this is all happening, I look at the progression of humanity on this planet from when the first recorded history in that first dimension of density, people were focused primarily on basic survival, safety, and community. And so as I shift and open up, I am not afraid of anything about this shifting consciousness that opens up and awakens me to the oneness of the allness that I am part of. I am ecstatic. I know that I am that drop in an ocean. I am that world in a grain of sand and that heaven in a wildflower. And I hold eternity in my hand as it holds me in its heart. I am immortal. And in these dimensions, as William Blake so eloquently wrote, Auguries of Innocence, my soul sleeps in beams of light as I awaken to the magnificence, the spiritual magnificence of who I am. And I bring that forward in this time because in some place within me lies the desire to show up in this time and to know that whatever it is I am to do is revealing itself in and through and as me at all times now. So combining all of the prayers, possibilities, the Ho'oponopono, the 5 steps of spiritual mind affirmative treatment, the 4 agreements. I am empowered. I am empowered in this very moment that someplace deep inside me I've chosen to show up in. I am empowered, and I know that the power that I have resides within me is that spiritual power. So as I tune in to the dimension that is beyond this 3rd dimension, I am experiencing a greater waking and dream state life combined. And I know my thoughts have power. I know there is a power for greater than I am, and I can use it as it uses me to open me up and awaken me to all of the good. So I am impeccable with my thoughts, I'm impeccable with my words because words have power, and those words form my actions and my desires. I am impeccable with my desires going forth into action, and I am awake, alert, and fully present in all moments. And in this process, as there are challenges, I don't personalize anything. I don't make assumptions. I look to see, am I doing the highest and best for myself and for all? And then I give great thanks for all of it. So in this I am consciousness, I am grateful for these moments spent together in knowing that God is, I am. I am open and receptive, not scared or missing that which was. I am open and receptive to moving in to that multi-dimensional human experience, bringing new ideas, bringing renewed physical energy, we're bringing new vital energy, bringing new breath, the breath of God breathing me, the heart of God loving me, the joy of God joining me in this moment. And I keep tracking. I keep a journal to see what changes other people have seen in me as I go through this, and what changes I recognize in me. And I know that through the soul source, the soul which is incorruptible, that it exists as a singular manifestation as well as a diverse manifestation that exists in a paradoxical way that ties this soul, ties the universe together. And through this soul awakening, the divine spirit resides within me, and I know it in every particle and entity and every dimension and level of reality. I know today is good and very good, and I say, have a wonderful, blessed day. God is the power and the presence behind it all. If you have any questions or you want to be part of the discussion, please email me at cslpleasantvalley@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to answer your questions, even bring them on the air, bring them with me during our meditations. Peace out. Namaste. See you tomorrow on the flip side. Mwah! I love each and every one of you.